I'm back out, finally, after a brief spell of COVID, which I've done so well to avoid over the past few years. So it's my first flavour of the disease. Yes, that wasn't fun. So that delayed my my plans of getting out for some autumn photography. But I'm out today, my local forest. This is mainly a pine plantation forest, but there are other trees around scattered, so there is some colour, mainly silver birch and some oak scattered around. Yeah, it's an overcast day, there's a bit of rain in the sky. The sun's trying to break through, so I'm going to have a good wander and see if I can see anything interesting. I have a few days this week to explore local forest, so I'm going to visit Rendlesham Forest later in the week, and hopefully I should get some better light. I think it's going to just be that bit more sunny later on this week, so kind of cloud, broken cloud and sun, so you never know what the light's going to give you. So I'll make the most of the autumn colours while they're still here. Thankfully it hasn't been too windy, so most of the leaves are still on the trees, and it's getting towards the end of November, so they won't be here for that much longer. Well, that's unusual. It actually looks like an old rusted car, or the remains of a rusted car anyway. Now, didn't expect to find that here. I wonder how long it's been here. When I come out today, I didn't expect to find an abandoned old rusted car hidden in the forest. So that's a really interesting discovery. That I took a good few photos and videos, so hopefully I've got some interesting photos there. But it's not often you find something like that around here. I mean, it's off the main track. You can't see that from the main forest path. I just happened to stop because it was just starting to rain a bit heavier to get some shelter, and I just ducked in here and I just spotted the car just out of the corner of my eye. I thought, that looks interesting, and it is. Yeah, that was a good discovery. Right, the rain's eased off now, so I'm going to have another little wander around. But yeah, it's feeling very autumnal. The colours are definitely here now. It's pretty much peak colour, I'd say. At least in this part of the UK. This is the county of Suffolk. It usually does arrive mid to late November, the peak colours. Certainly the last few years, I recall. But yeah, the colour has definitely started to come a bit later now in the season. Obviously the weather, the climate's changing constantly. but it's definitely getting later here. But yeah, I'm going to have a wander around, if I can get some more photos. There's that tree behind, I think it's an oak tree there. And some trees on that side. I'm just talking bollocks. Well, I've only moved a few feet from the rusted car. There's just so much to see around here. Yeah, there's colour all around, but it's trying to make a composition out of that. But there's an oak tree behind me, some trees further to the left of it, and to that side there's a splash of orange. So that's helping to balance the scene on that side. Definitely some beech trees on my right. But yeah, there was a bit of light a few minutes ago, but the clouds just come over, it's thickened over, so it's made the light a bit dull. So I'm trying to work with what I've got. It's definitely a tripod day. Again, there's not much light, so I have done some handheld shots, but the shutter speed is getting quite low, so I may as well use the tripod as I have it with me. At least with the tripod I can reduce the ISO back down to 100. Yeah, there is a breeze, but every now and again it does calm down, so I'm just waiting for that calm moment to take the shot. But yeah, I think that's a nice scene. There's a good contrast of colour there between the greens and the oranges. But if I just turn the polarizer, you can see how that really saturates the greens and the oranges, and it just helps to reduce the sheen on the leaves as well. So this scene really suits to be polarised. So I'm going to take the shot pretty much as it is there, 16:9 crop. The rain's finally eased off now. Just getting a little bit calmer. But there's still a slight breeze, so I'm being careful with my shutter speed here. I don't want the leaves to be too blurred, so I'm taking a few shots with ISO 100 and at 400 just to help to reduce the shutter speed and pick the best out of the bunch there. But I like the tree behind me here. I'm not sure, it looks like a beech, but it really does stand out amongst all the pine trees. So all the pine trees, you've got that dark green in the background. And you've got that golden, orange, yellow colour in the leaves in that tree there. And it's kind of nestled between the pine trees there. So I've just taken a straight on shot, probably a 4x3, I imagine. I don't really want the sky. And just have some pine trees on either side, just framing the shot there. But as you can see around me, it's all pine plantation, but there is some scattered colour, as you can see. And you get that splash of orange and yellow. It really does stand out amongst the blandness of the pine forest. Come back to Rendlesham Forest. It's a much sunnier day today. You can probably tell the sun on my face here. It's meant to be kind of broken cloud, but it's pretty much blue sky up there. So even at this time of the year, there's a lot of contrast. So yeah, and it's very breezy actually. Just getting one day of mild weather, so the wind is coming from the west, so it's a bit milder but breezy. But then I think the rest of the week is going to be cold. From tomorrow, about 6 degrees centigrade. So it's really going to feel like winter from tomorrow. So I'm making the most of the mild day today. But yeah, it's a bit challenging today because the light is harsh. So I'm really looking for backlit scenes with the sun in my face, as it were, backlighting any trees and foliage, and just looking for colour. Yeah, there's not too much colour here. Compared to the forest I was in the other day, there's a lot less colour here. I'm not sure why that is. It could be the variety of the trees here. There's not a lot of colour in the silver birches. They usually turn sooner, so I imagine they're past their peak. But there are a few oak trees and beech trees which still have plenty of colour to show. So I'm gonna look for those trees and see how that's interaction with the light, and if I can get a decent photo of that. Yeah, it's going to be challenging today. Alright, I think I've come across a nice scene here, just looking behind me there. The light is kind of soft as it's coming through the trees. See, the sun is just up in the sky, just to the right there. So it's just creating some soft light back there. There's an assortment of pine trees, and they're all leaning at different angles. So I've positioned the camera just to get the best composition I can with the separation between the pine trees. It's a little bit of colour there, but not too much. So you've got a bit of yellow, golden yellow there. Also, you've got the orange, brown bracken down below. So I'm going to go for a 16:9, leave out the sky, and just concentrate on that central area. Focusing mainly on those two pine trees, which are making a V towards the centre of the shot there. But yeah, it's a little bit busy, so it's a bit of a compromise, this. I can't get any closer because there's an old stream there called the Tang, and the ground surrounding it is rather wet and boggy, and it's thick with bracken as well, so I'm not sure I can actually walk further into there. But I'm using my long lens to zoom in as much as I can, just to try and simplify the scene. But yeah, then the light is quite nice here, so I'm going to take the shot and see what else I can find. I did visit another location the other week, which was kind of near to the coast. Not a forested woodland setting as such, but I did spot a couple of oak trees there, and they were entangled. So the branches of the oak trees were leaning towards each other. I made a really interesting photo. I did a panorama of the two oak trees in their full colour, and that came out really well, so I'll show that photos here. Previous years I have been more successful here. It's so dependent on the weather conditions, the lights, you know, how much cloud you have, how thick it is. And today it's very sunny and very breezy, which makes it even more challenging. So a lot of the photos I took today, I pushed the ISO to 400 just to help to reduce the shutter speed. Yeah, it's still a beautiful day. It's a beautiful time of the year to come out and just see this splash of colour. Just always helps to cheer you up on the run up to Christmas. Anyway, thanks for watching this one, and I shall see you next time.